Welcome and greetings. We are extremely pleased to be here with you today, this day of your time. Today's transmission is a continuation of our course, The Game of Awakening. Our topic for this transmission is regarding how to create in 3 steps. Dearest ones, we love you so much. Each single one of you are experts at creating. Each single one of you are experts at manifesting. Yes, those are different things. However, almost all humans do not know how they are creating and manifesting because they do it so effortlessly. We ask you to play this little game with us now. We ask you to imagine a door. It does not matter the type of door. Just imagine a door. Now, if you speak the English language, we ask you to imagine a door using the English language. Is there any difference in what the door looks like? Now, if you speak the French language, we ask you to imagine a door using the French language. Is there any difference in what the door looks like now? If you speak the Spanish language, we ask you to imagine a door using the Spanish language. Is there any difference in what the door looks like? The reason why we asked you to play this little game with us, dearest ones, is because it shows that it is not the word that is important, but in fact, it is the image that the word represents. Words only contain power with respect to what the word represents for you, but the word itself is meaningless. It is the vibrational substance behind what those letters or symbols mean. This is why you can repeat specific words or phrases over and over and over in order to try to create something. But nothing happens unless you are in tune to the vibrational image that the words or phrase represents. When you learn telepathy, which is the manner in which we communicate, you will understand that specific words are not offered to the receiver, but instead an entire concept or picture or feeling is offered to the receiver. And if the receiver chooses, then they can utilize their vocabulary to find corresponding words that match the information they have received. Now we ask you to continue to play a game with us. Imagine the word home, not a picture of your home, but just think of the word itself. Each of you will have a certain feeling or emotion invoked with the actual word. Some of you will think safety, some of you will think security, some of you will think peace, some of you will feel a longing. Now the word home does not actually hold any of those emotions to it, but you have chosen to associate specific feelings to that word. This is why spoken language is so problematic when communicating, because there is no agreed upon and universal meaning to each word, because humans associate feelings and emotions to words, which are always unique. The reason why we are offering all of this information regarding language and images is because humans do not understand that the universe does not operate under the use of vocabulary languages. The word not, in the context of I do not want this, is completely and totally missed by the universal vibration of creation. The reason for this is because when you are thinking about something that you do not want, you have an image in your mind that is evoking specific emotions and vibrations from you. Therefore, the image that you are thinking about is what you are sending into the universe to create. The universe does not understand that you are offering an image of one thing and then leaving it up to the universe to figure out what the opposite of that thing is. It does not work like that. You have to be specific in your thoughts. When you are in the midst of experiencing something that is unpleasant and you say, I do not want this, you are creating more of that thing that you are looking at because you have the image of that thing in your mind. Hear us, dearest ones. Understand this one concept shall change your entire life and become magic. What you think about is what you create, regardless of the emotion, whether it be positive or negative. The universe does not interpret and assume and judge. Your thought, the image in your mind, is the exact thing that it replicates with the emotion that you are feeling with that image. Period. If you see someone who drops garbage on the street and does not pick it up, and witnessing that action causes you feelings of anger or frustration, you are creating more of that action. Therefore, you will be witnessing more people dropping garbage in your near future. This is where the work of creating comes into play, dearest ones. The onus is now on you, not the universe, to think about what it is that you do want and visualize that action. Humans do not want to do that work, but that is how creating works. The onus is now on you, the one who witnessed a person dropping garbage. The onus is now on you to visualize all garbage no longer on the street. The onus is on you to visualize a clean street and the garbage can full of the garbage. The onus is on you to feel good about seeing a nice clean street. And here is the most important part of the process. You must, we repeat, must feel gratitude that you are now witnessing a beautiful, clean street and all garbage in the garbage can. You must feel that gratitude now. That is the key to this process. This is why humans believe visualizing does not work. It is because humans visualize what it is that they do not want, because what they do not want is what they are looking at, and that image is in their minds already. They do not want to put in the work of deliberately changing their focus from what they are seeing with their eyes to what they want. It takes emotional strength to do this, dearest ones. It takes great strength to change your focus from what you do not want to what it is that you do want. Invoke a feeling that matches that desired action, and then feeling gratitude for it. Again, here are the steps. Step 1. Recognize what it is that you do not want, and then deliberately visualize the opposite of it. Feel that opposite image in your mind. Close your eyes to what you do not want and see with your inner eye what it is you do want. Step 2. Feel the feelings associated with that visualization of what it is you do want. And finally, step 3. Feel deep and profound gratitude for the receiving of what it is you do want. Dearest ones, do you do all 3 of these steps? Or are you thinking about how you do not like something over and over, and then discuss how bad that thing is that you do not like? And then think about all of the bad things that can happen because of that bad thing that you do not like. And then do you feel unpleasant feelings of fear and anger and frustration because you are thinking about that thing that you do not like and all of the resulting problems that could come about because of that thing that you are thinking about? Your world is created to promote deliberate creating of fear. You are taught this by your well-meaning but misguided parents and caretakers when you are young. When you are young, you are deliberately taught to be fearful of all of the same things that your parents and caretakers are fearful of. And if you do not show to them that you have obtained the same level of fear that they have, then they will deliberately go out of their way to teach you all of the horrible things that could happen until they are convinced that you have obtained the same level of fear about that thing that they have. These parents and caretakers are not deliberately being cruel. No, dearest ones. They love you deeply and want to keep you alive and safe. However, they are completely unaware of what they are doing. If they understood the laws of the universe, they would never have taught you to be afraid of anything or angry of anything or avoid anything. They would have taught you that like attracts like. They would have taught you that, just like magnets, your thoughts attract more of what you are thinking about. This is why you can never run away from your problems. Dearest ones, we love you so much. We encourage you to recognize that you create everything you see and experience based upon your thoughts and emotions to those thoughts. If you keep coming into contact with the same problem over and over. It is because you keep thinking about how much you do not like that particular thing, and then you keep thinking about all of the different problems that could potentially happen because of that thing you do not like. And then you get worked up and frustrated and angry because of all of those potential things that you do not like. And then you feel like you are helpless and situations are beyond your control. So you then ask us exactly how to create the opposite of the problem you are currently facing. This is what we would do if we were you. Dearest ones, you create with images in your mind. First and foremost, you must take control of the images in your mind. This is up to you and no one else. This is your job. This is how you take back your sovereignty. There is no war to fight in order to regain your sovereignty. This is up to you to take control of your thoughts. Only you can do this. If we were you and we recognized that we were experiencing something that we do not want, we would do the following. We would sit down in a quiet place and get comfortable. We would get a pen and a piece of paper. We would think about what it is that we do not like, and then deliberately find words that describe the exact opposite of that which we do not like. We would write down those words that are describing what it is that we do want. For instance, if you are thinking about an illness, we would deliberately think about words that describe the opposite of illness. We would write down those words that describe what we do want. Maybe those words would be health, happiness, joy, flexibility, laughter, love, dancing, celebrating, sunshine, music, strength. We would then look at those words that we have written on the paper. We would begin to feel the good feelings that we have associated with those words. Can you feel those feelings now, dearest ones? Then we would put down the pen and paper. We would then close our eyes, and with those wonderful feelings from those joyful words, we would then begin to imagine a scenario that represented all of those wonderful feelings and joyful words. We would imagine that scenario with as much clarity as possible. We would imagine it so clearly that we could actually paint a picture of that scenario. Who are all of the people involved in the image? What aromas are there? What is in this scenario happening? Where is this scenario happening? What is the weather? What are people wearing? What smells and sounds are there in the area? Can you hear specific voices? Can you hear what people are saying? Is anyone hugging and kissing from joy and happiness? And now, with all of that glorious joy occurring, feel deep and profound gratitude that it is done. This is precisely what we would do each single day, dearest ones. We would imagine exactly as we just described, with that much clarity and detail. We would visualize this as often as possible. We would visualize it at least a minimum of 3 times a day, morning, noon, and night, but again, as often as possible. If you do this properly, why would you not spend all of your available time doing it? After all, if you are visualizing it with all of the feeling possible, you would be experiencing so much extreme happiness compared to your current visual environment that you would want to spend all your time feeling that wonderful feeling and ignoring everything that you do not like that is occurring around you. Dearest ones, do you remember how you behaved when you booked your dream vacation, or you found your dream house, or you met a wonderful person? Do you remember that unless you deliberately stopped yourself, you would find your mind wandering to think about that thing you were so excited about, and people kept saying you were distracted, but you could not help yourself because you were so excited you found it difficult to focus? This is what we are wanting you to do, dearest ones. Get excited. You do this all the time already. You just do not realize what it is you are doing. Just do the same thing with the positive and joyful visualization of what it is that you do want. Anyone can look at their surroundings and allow themselves to feel unpleasant emotions and then stay stuck at that aspect. We are telling you, this is the secret. This right here. This is what you do. You think about the opposite with just as much joy, just as much visual clarity, and with just as much gratitude as if it literally manifested right in front of you that exact moment. Our parting message to you is this, dearest ones. The key to life is gratitude. Unconditional gratitude. A constant, continuous, steady vibration of gratitude. Practice more gratitude, and your life shall become like magic. We leave you now in the love and the light of the one infinite Creator, Adonai.